What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. It feels good to be back. I know it has been a long time since I've done this, but I would like to walk you through my monthly budget with me. So this is my paycheck routine. My husband gets paid twice a month. So this is what I like to do when he gets paid. We are getting back into our budgeting. We've always done some sort of budgeting, but we're getting back into our very strict monthly budgeting with cash envelopes and sinking funds and things like that. So I am so excited to be walking you through our payday routine and how we are getting our lives back in order with financially and budget wise. So if this is the type of content that you like to watch, stick around and let's get started. So my sheets have changed quite a bit from what you were used to if you had watched me in the past, or if you're tuning in just now and you still went back and looked at some of my old content. So things have changed a little bit. I do make these sheets smaller because I like to put hooks on them and put them in my planner. I am working now, so I have a planner just to kind of show you. This is my planner, and I like to hook everything in and keep it in there. So I just make the sheets small enough to fit into my planner, which is why everything looks a little bit smaller. And since you've seen me last, my finances have changed. My numbers have changed, and you're going to see that. There's lots of things that we've added on, and we've made some bad financial decisions that we're, trying to make up for. So things are going to be different, and you are coming right along with us as we're paying off debt and righting the ship. It's never too late to right the ship. You can, even if you've tried to right your ship multiple times, keep trying, right? So I am a really good example of that. I'm walking my own talk here. So I want to take people along with me and show them that it is possible. It's never too late, and don't give up. So this is what we're going to do. I am going to show you on mine. I have a goal. So this is what I like for our paychecks to be so that we can cover everything that we need to cover. If it doesn't, then we just make adjustments. So this paycheck, he had taken some time off. So his income for this paycheck was $29.12. So you can see it's different. So we're going to have to make some adjustments here. We're not going to be able to fill all of our boxes, and that's okay. All right. So my mortgage, since you've seen me, it has gone up a little bit. Our escrow was adjusted, and we had some PMI fall off, which was fantastic. But then our taxes went up. So it has gone up a little bit. And so $642 is what we're budgeting. And if this is your first time with me, all of this is exactly half of my bills. We are always a month ahead. So each paycheck, I divide all of our stuff in half so that we're not robbing Peter to pay Paul on certain checks. Like, I don't want all of my mortgage to come out of one check and then we're left with almost nothing. So what I like to do is take half of everything, and we have an extra savings account that I've titled bill rollover. And so I will put 50% of all of our bills in there, and as they become due, I pull it out and put it in the checking account that it comes out of. So this is automatic. These are my main priority here, and that always comes out of our paycheck. So don't think that my mortgage is $642. I really, really wish that were the case. However, it's just 50% of it. And my mortgage does include escrow. So my mortgage will cover my mortgage, the interest, our property taxes, as well as our homeowner's insurance. So that is all included in that. DTE this month is a little bit less than I expected, so half of that is going to be $68. Tumbling in cheer, my daughter is in cheer, and so I budget $20 per paycheck to cover that. iTunes, $5. Peloton, and our second credit card. I did this because I just have our Peloton membership go onto that credit card, and so it just pays off the monthly membership as well as paying on my treadmill. So this is $93, and if you were with me last time, I believe I was paying off my bike. I paid that off, and then I purchased the treadmill. So this what this is doing. We're almost done paying that off, which is fantastic. So this is what this looks like. Car payment. I'm not sure what that looked like last time. So $444, we were on a lease, and we decided to buy at the end of our lease because we were never going to get a price like that on it again. So we just decided to buy, and it was a really good decision for us and for our family. The vehicle is in brand new condition, so that's just what we decided to do. Green Sky, we had to get new windows on our house, so that is $100. Student loans, we are on an income-based repayment plan. So between my husband and I, our student loans end up being $88 a month. And believe me, I do not take that for granted. I know that some people are really struggling there. So we are so grateful for that. And let's see our next one, internet, $53. So we don't pay for cable or anything like that. My husband does work from home, and he is in IT and security. So we do need like a fast, reliable internet. So we end up having to pay a pretty penny for our internet service, but we did buy all of our equipment. So we just pay for internet. Netflix, Affirm. We did rent an Airbnb through Affirm due to a family emergency. That will be paid off very soon, though. We will be paying this off in full very soon. Our water bill is due, I believe, like every month and a half, every 2 months, and it's due this month. So we are not actually, as I'm looking at what I have in my bills account, I don't have to put anything into that because we had already put enough in there. So our bill is, I believe, like $140, and I had $150 in my bills rollover account. So that's covered. Medical bills, I pay $88 a month. I will not pay more than that. It has been that way since you've seen me in my videos last time. I do not believe that anybody should have to sacrifice their financial dreams for medical bills. Medical is a hot button topic for me, and I could go off on a rant all day about that, but they get $88 and that's what they get. It does not change. I haven't had any issues or anything like that. That's just my good faith payment, and that's what it will be until I decide that it can be more, but that's what they're getting. Our credit card. So this is what has changed. We have gone up on our credit card, so we are trying to pay that off currently. So we are making big payments on that, and we are paying $400 a month on it. Ring, that's a new charge. So we do have the Ring doorbells now, so that's $10 a month. Disney and Hulu is $10. Orthodontist, that is a new charge. I did at one point have orthodontist on there before, but that was for my daughter. That was paid off in full and taken care of, and now my poor middle son, he needs an upper expander and a lower expander. He also needs a frenectomy, which if you don't know what that is, he has had a tongue tie, and that has to be corrected as well. But my orthodontist is fantastic, and they have an in-house payment plan with 0 interest, and you just pay them monthly because this is $5,000 or $6,000 in care that we're looking at. So we are just paying $100 a month to them on their payment plan, and it has been fantastic. Phones, $84. Car insurance is $73. That has changed a little bit. I've been with Progressive for years and years and years, but it seems like I always have to call and get into an argument with somebody because they keep going up and up and up in cost. So I always just go to the retention department and speak to somebody, and they usually requote me, and that's kind of how we keep our costs down a little bit. So if you haven't done that, I highly, highly recommend that you do that. There is never a bad time to renegotiate terms. I live in Michigan, and so our car insurance is just astronomical anyways, but I am always willing to sit on the phone for 20 or 30 minutes to try and renegotiate my fees. It helps keep my monthly costs down. So that's what I did, and we were able to get a better deal. So 73 consumers is much cheaper than I thought it was going to be. So instead of the 50, I only need 37, and then AMC is 5. So let's total that all up and see what we have. The orthodontist, though, now that I'm looking at it, the due date is the 19th, but it doesn't start until June 19th. So I don't even need that $100. I'm going to have 2 more paychecks before that is even taken out. So I don't need to put 50 in. So we're going to leave that empty actually. Okay, so let's go ahead and add this up. 642. Okay, so that total is $17.97. Okay, so out of $29.12, that leaves us with $11.15 to work with right now. Okay, so let's take a look over here. All right, so my cash envelopes. Groceries, $300. Gas, $150. Spending, that's my personal spending, is $25. Beauty, health, family fun, dining out. So I know that there is a difference here, and dining out is always, always, always the first one to go. And I will just cook a meal at home. Miscellaneous, that's just like if we overspend anywhere. So I'm going to put 50. Kid allowance, I have quite a bit left over because my kids are really struggling with doing some chores right now. They're definitely getting summer fever. So I'm only going to put 10 in this time. Pet, this probably has changed since you last see me. We now have a dog and a cat, so we have to budget for them as well. And then lawn and garden. That is another one that I've added on. My husband is really into taking care of the lawn. I have started gardening, so we do make a budget for that so that we don't feel the weight of that cost once spring hits, because there is lots of things that we like to buy for that. So let's add those up and see where we're at. Okay, 630. That leaves us with $485. Okay. Christmas, so this is our sinking funds. 120. Clothing, 40. Car maintenance. So car maintenance includes any sort of maintenance on the vehicles plus a registration fee. So that is also included in our yearly budget. And if you guys would like to see another video on an updated yearly budget where I show you how I figure out all of these numbers based on how much we're going to spend for the year, I'm absolutely so happy to do that video for you guys. Just let me know in the comments below if that's something that you would like to see. Andrew's spending, 35, vacation, 25, birthday, miscellaneous holidays, subscriptions, homeschool, home projects, and laser. So this is also kind of a personal sinking fund for myself. I do, for my own personal reasons, I do get laser hair removal treatments. It's just a little something for myself, but if we're short, that's always the first thing that comes off because it's not a need, it's a want. So let's see what we're looking at here. And then if I don't have the money for it, that just comes off. Because like I said, it's a need, not a want. Or I'm sorry, it's a want, not a need. Although sometimes it may be a need. Let's see where we're at here. $469. Did I add that right? Let's see. I'm going to do it one more time. 120 plus 40 plus 35 plus 35 plus 25 plus 52 plus 56, 16, 20, 20, 50. Yep, 469. Oh yeah, duh, Renee. Okay, minus 485. So that leaves us $16. And I'm just going to put that right into our emergency savings because we are trying to build that back up. And so that's where that's going to go. And that's it. That is my zero-based monthly budget. So my next step would be to immediately go into my account, transfer this amount over into my bills, transfer like my sinking fund for my bills. And then what I do, because it's the 15th of the month, it will be later than that when you're watching this, but I would go through and see, okay, these are all my bills that are due for the rest of the month. And so I add up what I would need, and I'll just add that up right now and show you. So I know I'm gonna need $150 for the water bill, 44 plus 44, because remember, that's only half, so I need the full bill now. 400, 10, 20, 84 plus 84, 73 plus 73, 50 plus 37, and 10. So this is what I would pull out of my bills fund, put that right into my checking, and then pay my bills. And then I know my bills are taken care of for the month, and I still have my money for the other half of my bills for the following month in my bill sinking fund, and I don't have to worry about it. Then I'll go to the bank, and you'll see that in my next video. I'm going to go to the bank and I will withdraw any of the money that I need to fill my cash envelopes and my sinking funds that I keep on hand. So I hope that this was helpful for you. Just a refresher on what I do each payday to take care of my bills and to fulfill my sinking funds and to kind of right my ship, so to speak. So I do have some IOUs in my sinking funds. I owe to my sinking funds because at the beginning of the year, we weren't able to pay into those while we were taking care of some other personal finances. So you're going to see that, how we start to pay ourselves back, where we get that money from. We're going to be hustling to do what we have to do to get ourselves back together again. And there's no shame in that. I am so excited to take you guys on this journey with me and show you just how we're doing that, because we have big goals over the next year and a half. And so I'm really, really excited to take you guys along with me. But as always, please let me know if you have any questions. Leave them down in the comments below. Give me a like, a subscribe. Let me know what kind of content you guys would like to see from me going forward. I'm looking forward to planning my monthly meal plan with you guys, because that is one humongous way that I keep us financially together for the month, is planning our monthly meals and sticking to that, and the grocery shopping. So thank you guys so much for tuning in and sticking with me on my very long break, but I am so happy to be back and so excited to get this channel rolling again. As always, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I so appreciate you, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.